Butler.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I'm not sure if the Minister's reading the same statistics as I've been reading. Analysts so far have shown that the median pay gap has actually got bigger than it was last year. And on average, the companies that have been reported this morning show a 78% pay gap that favours men. And I do think that the government and the public sector should be leading by example. As we know, the public sector deadline was the 31st of March. And the initial analysis of this year's public sector report shows that the pay gap has not been narrowed, and shockingly, the Department for Digital, Culture, Media and Sport reported a 22.9% pay gap compared to just 8.2% in 2017. And the department we just heard from, the Department for Exiting the European Union, its gender pay gap increased from 8.9% to 14.5% in 2018. And I could go on with DFID and the Health Service, but basically the pay gap is getting worse. And I'm sure once we start looking at the race pay gap, we will see that that's even more distressing. I think that the Minister needs now to stand at the dispatch box and say that not only does improvement needs to be made, but we need to start taking the next steps and ensuring that companies have action plans that are part of the reporting procedures, and that if they do not try to close their gender pay gap, that they face additional fines. This is what a Labour government has committed to do. And I think at the moment, unfortunately, it's just a gender pay gap, just a tick box exercise. And I do hope that EHRC will be given more funding to be able to issue sanctions.